How to manage your stress by staying organized. Let me take you into a moment that might feel all too familiar. Claire stood in the middle of her kitchen, frozen. The kettle was boiling, her phone was buzzing with reminders, her toddler was tugging at her jeans, and she couldn't find her car keys again. She'd already rummaged through her handbag, dumped the contents of the fruit bowl onto the counter, and retraced her steps twice. Still no keys. Now she was running late, again. Her heart was racing, her breath was shallow, her shoulders were tense. And in that moment, something snapped. Not in a big dramatic way, but in that quiet, exhausted, I can't keep living like this kind of way. It wasn't just the keys, it wasn't just the mess, it was everything. The mental clutter, the pressure, the feeling like she was constantly chasing life but never quite catching up. Maybe you've had a moment like that too. Stress doesn't start with a crisis. We often think of stress as something that hits us like a freight train, a deadline, a breakup, an argument. But most of the time, stress creeps in quietly. It shows up in the small moments when the house is messy, when your desktop is a jungle of files, when your phone storage is full, when your to-do list lives only in your head, screaming for attention every time you try to sit down and breathe. These little things, they pile up. They grind away at your calm. And before you know it, your nervous system is on edge, even when nothing major is happening. You wake up feeling behind, you move through the day in reactive mode, you collapse into bed exhausted, but your mind won't shut off. Clutter isn't just physical. Here's something important. Clutter isn't just the stuff you can see. It's the unpaid bills sitting in the drawer. It's the mental list of things you should be doing. It's the half-finished projects and the unopened emails. It's the wardrobe full of clothes that don't fit who you are anymore. Every unfinished loop, every unmade decision, it all sits in your energy field. And it's heavy. This kind of disorganization doesn't just impact your home. It clouds your thinking, affects your focus, and makes you more irritable and distracted. You're not lazy, you're just mentally overloaded. When you create order around you, you create space within you. That's why something as simple as clearing your kitchen bench or sorting out your inbox can leave you feeling like you've taken a deep breath for the first time all day. You're not a bad person for feeling behind. Let's be real here. Most of us were never taught how to organize our lives in a way that supports us. We were told to just keep up and try harder. But constantly pushing through chaos doesn't make you stronger, it makes you burnt out. You deserve systems that soothe you. You deserve a space that welcomes you. You deserve to wake up in the morning without that tight feeling in your chest. And here's the good news. Creating that kind of order doesn't have to be overwhelming. It can be simple, gentle, and even nourishing. The power of having a place for everything. There's an old saying, a place for everything and everything in its place. Sounds simple, right? But it's life-changing. Imagine walking into your home or office and knowing exactly where everything is. No frantic searching, no "where did I put that" moments. No energy lost on stuff that shouldn't be stressful. The Japanese call this approach the 5S system, a principle used in workplaces to reduce waste and increase flow. But you don't need to work in a factory to use this. You just need a decision. This goes here, that gets donated, this pile is no longer welcome in my life. Every time you return something to its home, you create ease. And that ease, it ripples out into how you show up in your day, your relationships, and your work. The spirit of decluttering. You might have heard of Marie Kondo and the idea that everything you own should spark joy. It's more than a cute phrase. It's a reminder that your home, your space, your environment, they are extensions of your energy. If an object carries guilt, heaviness, or obligation, it drains you. What if you let it go? What if you cleared your space with intention? Not to be minimalist or perfect, but to make room for more calm, more clarity, more you. Decluttering is never just about the stuff. It's about emotional release. It's about identity. It's about deciding who you are and what supports the life you want to live. Why writing things down matters. One of the biggest stress triggers isn't what's around us, it's what we carry in our minds. We try to remember appointments, plans, groceries, tasks, things to follow up on, and that mental load is exhausting. Your brain is brilliant, but it's not built to just be a storage unit. It's built to create, problem solve, feel. When you take everything out of your head and onto paper, even just a simple list, your whole system relaxes. You can see what needs doing clearly, prioritize it, take action, or let it go. Whether it's a whiteboard, a bullet journal, an app, or a sticky note, make it visible, make it manageable. That one act can bring more peace than 1,000 unspoken reminders buzzing in the back of your mind. The gentle art of Kaizen. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds great, but I don't have the time or energy to do all this. Here's the secret. You don't need to do it all at once. The Japanese concept of Kaizen means making small improvements consistently. Don't try to reorganize your entire house in a day. Just start with the junk drawer or the inbox or the one chair where everything piles up. Set a timer for 10 minutes a day. That's it. Progress compounds, and over time, those 10-minute moments create real transformation, not just in your space, but in how you feel about yourself. This isn't about perfection, it's about peace. This isn't about becoming a hyper-organized machine. It's not about turning your home into a showroom or color coordinating your linen cupboard. It's about choosing ease over chaos, clarity over confusion, peace over panic. You don't need to prove your worth by running on empty. You don't need to earn rest by getting everything done first. You just need to honor yourself enough to create space that supports your well-being. If this is landing for you, if your heart's whispering, yes, this is me, then I have something to help you take the first step. I've created a free downloadable checklist called Get Organized, Feel Calm, your ultimate checklist. It's filled with practical steps to help you clear the clutter, physically, mentally, and emotionally, so you can reclaim your calm one small step at a time. Print it out, keep it visible, use it to anchor yourself on the days that feel too full. Because you don't need more to do. You need a new way of being, one that's lighter, clearer, and far more you. Click the link below to grab your free checklist, and let's bring some calm into your everyday. To conclude, I'd like to say that Martha Stewart said, life is too complicated not to be orderly, and I would add, life is too precious to be lived in constant stress.